Make the ground shake.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the Kyle the Pug podcast, episode number 5. That is right, we're doing 2 shows in less than a week. I'll tell you one thing. We did a show on Monday. That's already uploaded, so I'll probably put that in the description so that way you guys can go check that out. And this is episode number 5, and today is April 19th, 2020. We are recording live on twitch.tv/Kyle_the_pug, and we're bringing you all the news provided from today's podcast show. So, that being said, I'm Kyle the Pug, and if you didn't know that by now, I don't know, then I would probably go stick yourself in a dumpster. I don't know. I was trying to think of something clever and it didn't work.
You say go after yourself or something. Jeez,
no, I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to go that far. But anyways, on a serious note, I am Kyle the Pug. Like I said, we record every single Sunday. And before we get started with today's shows, I just wanted to bring a couple of suspects in here as usual. You just heard Matt, so Matt, we're going to start with you. Say hi to everybody.
Kyle the Pug!
That's it. That's all he says is So what's going on, man? What you been up to? I can see
Playing
you're kind of
Rocket League. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've been on that Rocket League grind like since I got back to it, but yeah, it looks like you're having fun over there.
Oh, Alex is having fun watching me play it. He's having fun seeing cars crash. You mean I can crash cars and I won't get in trouble? Wow, Dad, this is awesome!
But other than that, how's your week been?
Suspect, to say the least, but that's why you play Rocket League. Get your 9 off and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. And, Penguin, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing alright, hanging in there.
You hanging in there, just,
Minutes,
Wait, you gotta go to bed in 30 minutes?
yeah, I gotta get up at 4 a.m. for day shift tomorrow.
Oh, man. Man. So that means we gotta get all these topics here out of the way. These Nintendo topics we gotta talk about, so we gotta go rapid fire them as soon as possible here. But, yeah, we definitely gotta rapid fire this, so that way we just heard that Penguin's gotta go night-night here soon, so that's what we gotta do. So, anyways, actually, let's get to our question of the night real quick before we get to the topics here. So, our question of the night is, what was your worst gaming experience in your gaming career and why? So, Penguin, I know you got to get off here soon, so I'll let you go first.
Worst gaming experience. I would say it was years ago with Mortal Kombat 1 when it first came out on Super Nintendo.
Ooh, Super Nintendo.
And I was doing the challenge of trying to beat it on the very hard difficulty setting. I made it all the way to Goro
Oh,
without
man.
dying once. My nephew ran and said, I want to play, and hit the reset button.
That's like the ultimate, like, heartbreak right there.
Yeah, they couldn't understand why I was so pissed off.
He's like, you probably were just swearing up a storm on him that day.
Oh, I held my tongue and I actually left. I was like, here, you can play it all you want to. I'm not going to be in the room.
He's like, "Urgh!" Like he was definitely going Super Saiyan, like super angry.
Oh, I was pissed.
But, Matt, what's your answer, dude?
I would say Beast from Beyond.
Ooh,
Beast from Beyond IW Zombies were, Brad and I were, very far in the map. We had the idea of going, no one could figure out how to get to the boss fight as Alex is screaming bloody murder. And Brad and I had his thought thinking, you know what we haven't tried, what would be kind of funny is if we actually put Neil's head at the Pack-a-Punch area in that little computer.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought about it and we're like, yeah, it's actually a good idea. We should try it tomorrow, because Brad was late. It was like 4:30 his time. And he was getting late for me as well. I'm like, ugh, my mind is just exhausted. So we waited. Maybe 2 hours later, a certain YouTuber, who will remain unnamed because no one wants to name people on here, decided, one of his chat people said, oh, how about you try doing this? It was exactly what we just did, or were saying to do. And they got first to the boss fight. We could have been first in the friggin' world, and that happened. But then Brad had to be an old man and go to sleep. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he had to be first in the world, obviously. But that's
first in the world
like
of bed.
First. But yeah, that's become like an inside meme to like certain communities of the zombies community. So that, but here's something I wanted to share out here real quick. My worst gaming experience. This was on Fortnite. I actually remember this. I don't remember getting and I was live streaming Fortnite. This was like when I was actually a lot more experienced, a little bit better. I never got a single kill at all that entire stream, and I was thinking to myself, I could have gotten at least maybe 3 or 4, but nope, not a single kill in that 2-hour session. That's how bad it was.
How much damage did you make though? That's the question.
Oh my god, I don't even remember. Like, I know I've been hitting people for like 80 and 70 or somewhere. I don't really remember exactly. It was somewhere around there. And I'm just like thinking to myself, why can I not catch a break? And then when the 2 hours went by, I'm just like, you know what? I'm done with this game. I'm like, if I can't catch a break within the 2-hour session, I'm just like, no, I'm done. I gotta remember where it was at though. So that was like, it's been a while since I've seen it, but oh man. But it's just like I said, been a extremely long time since I played Fortnite. Probably not going to touch it for a while because I saw it's like really, really, really complicated right now as it is anyways. But yeah, that was our question of the night, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get to the topics at hand here. So the one that actually piqued my interest today, and Penguin, I know you're a big movie guy on this, this possible Super Mario Brothers movie supposedly is supposed to come out in 2022, I believe. They were supposed to have it like out this year, but of course due to corona reasons, and everything putting on hold, it's probably going to get delayed until a couple years later. And I was noticing that it's going to be a possible 3D animation movie that they're going to try to do. And the people that made Despicable Me and The Grinch are going to be like collabing with Nintendo to actually create this movie. And I actually saw it on the video. I was like, this actually might be kind of interesting if they actually corrected their mistakes that they did with the 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie, turn into like a 3D animation, movie, and just make it spectacular. So Penguin, I'm going to start with you, man. What do you think about all this speculation about it?
Well, until they get something definite, I wouldn't jump for joy just yet. But same token, anything... Well, I don't want to say anything. There's stuff that could be horrible. Hopefully, if they do it, they stay true to the characters and their looks, and they don't do anything remotely similar to the one from the 90s.
Like, the 90s, it was okay, but it was just like, no, it was just, not today.
Well, when you sit there and like, oh, they're taking her to meet Bowser, and it's some guy with freaky hair.
His name was King Koopa. They didn't really call him Bowser. It was just the funny thing was they were actually just 2 regular plumbers in New York City. They weren't from the well. I mean, I don't know the folklore behind it, but like I said, they get sucked in Mushroom Kingdom, all that other jazz. And
well, I think they were originally just regular plumbers, and they got sucked in somehow, and that's where they ran into Princess Peach and everything. But it was like the movie was so cheesy, and on top of that is like the entire, I guess, to like cover up that they were inside of a sound stage that was really cramped or whatever, they had that former king all over the place, that goo stuff. And it just like the movie could have been done way better if they had taken their time and worked on it and stayed true to the material. So yeah, fast forward right now to 2020. Hopefully they learn from these mistakes, because they got all this technology to do everything, and they have the and of course I'm trying to think of the animation that did Despicable Me and The Grinch. I think it was Illumination Entertainment. I gotta look it up. It's like something like that. Yeah, Illuminations Entertainment. Yeah, so they're gonna be collabing with Nintendo from what the video that I've seen, and Matt's kids won't shut up apparently.
That is the goat. Do not insult him.
But
go, Daddy.
Not the mama.
But yeah, back to this part. They're gonna try to say they've actually done like really good animation though, but I'd be really excited if they did like a 3D animated Super Mario Brothers movie. I'd be so down for that. Just like keep the characters, to their true roots, and then just go, you know, make like a story. You know, of course they're gonna say Princess Peach from Bowser and all that, and but add some other characters too. That'd be the most interesting thing I would see is if they actually added some. Like the other Nintendo character. Mario's like pretty much the flagship of all Nintendo. Like anything Mario is going to be like a big money seller, like for sure. And then I want to see other Nintendo characters, as I said, like Yoshi, Wario. Maybe have Donkey Kong. Maybe put an appearance in there. I don't know. That'd be just me though. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I would probably think about that also.
Yeah, there's a lot they would need to do, like I said. So hopefully they do something.
All right, so Matt, what do you think?
Do I dare unmute with him going da 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 da?
Oh, you're gonna
Yes,
go
you
for it,
dare.
man. You have to. You have to.
I don't know what it is you're looking at, but it is not me. I'm really worried about it. Unless it's animated movie, just based on what we had with the Super Mario Brothers movie or whatever the heck they called that before.
Yeah,
Mario
John
Brothers, was it?
Leguizamo. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers. John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins. God rest his soul.
That was very difficult to watch for sure. So
The beginning was okay, but I mean the memes are kind of funny for it. People use it for memes, but then that just like Penguin said, it got really really cheesy like right afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like where they're going to the sewer and everything, and it's like, what in the hell is happening here?
going on an
what the-
acid trip. That's basically what
Well, like,
happened.
I mean, if the concept was good, but then all of a sudden, once they started diving into the Mario World aspect of things, it's kind of like this is just getting really bad, like really bad, real fast. So I'm
I mean,
worried
it was
about how-
1993, so I can kind of give him like a little bit of a pass. But I mean, like I said, fast forward, they got all the tools, they got all the materials to like make a good, you know, animated movie. Just as long as it's not live action, I'm, you know, definitely, you know, give it a 2 thumbs up for it. That's what I'm trying to hope for, honestly.
I think the question is, what is your fellow Nintendo honk Rebecca feel about it?
I don't know. I haven't heard really anything about that. Honestly, I'm really. I mean, I've talked to her today, but it was more Animal Crossing stuff. I haven't really messaged her about that, honestly. But anyway, so moving on here, and speaking of other, you know, Nintendo stuff, I actually just read a little bit ago that obviously Penguin's huge on Metroid games and all that other stuff. And I mean, I'm alright with Metroid. I'm not like really huge into it, but this actually would be pretty exciting to see if they actually do this. So according to Best Buy, the Metroid Prime trilogy, like the limited, you know, all 3 of those games that were on the Wii, they could actually be coming to the Nintendo Switch very soon. How soon, we don't know, but it's going to be possibly very... Maybe, I wouldn't say sooner than most people expected, but it'll be like somewhere around there. So, yeah, so it was Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, and Metroid Prime 3 Corruption were going to be the possible named games that were going to be on the Nintendo Switch. And the Nintendo leaker Leaky Pandy was the one that leaked this out, who has, you know, been on spots for leaks of Smash Ultimate, you know, hinted that the Metroid Prime trilogy was supposed to be announced for Nintendo Switch, but it never happened. But the recent listing of Best Buy could hint that Nintendo is planning for the title's announcement to release on Switch. Dates unknown. That's all we know of as of right now. So, Penguin, starting with you, man. You're a big Metroid guy. You used to love Metroid on a Super Nintendo, so I'll start with you.
If it is true that they're going to do that, of course I hope that they update it with the graphics of today versus what they were back then.
Yeah, with the Wii especially.
I hope that they don't do a like complete revamp of the game and change levels and just like preferably just remaster it with the graphics, but leave the levels that they are, but if they want to add new levels, make it a Easter egg you have to find to get to the new level. And I think that would be make
cool.
It way more fun.
I was gonna say that would honestly be cool. I'm like, and again, I know a lot of people that are into like Metroid games, and they would be hyped if this happened. Like, sales would be going through instantly, because Metroid is, I think it's a pretty underrated series, to be honest. Like, I know I've only played like 2 games in my entire life of Metroid. I think, obviously, the Super NES Metroid is one I have for the Switch app, and then the, I think it was the GameCube one I played a little bit at a buddy's place a long time ago. super fun. Never really beat it, but it was super fun. I really hope, honestly, that this does happen, and I want everybody. And everybody was saying like, "Oh, Metroid, was supposed to have another game coming to the Switch," and then, like I said, obviously that didn't happen. So I don't know. Hopefully, we can try to at least get some of the fans' attention that love Metroid, and see if we can make this happen. That's what I'm hoping for. I would definitely love to play one of these, the trilogy at least that the Wii games offered for Metroid. Because I never really played that. I never really owned a Wii, but I would be super stoked though. It's something new. It's something out of my comfort zone, and I would definitely love to try, those games, when I get the chance to. So, Matt, anything? Your thoughts?
Nothing.
Nothing. You're not a Metroid guy, huh?
Jenga! Sorry, I won.
So yeah, you're not a huge Metroid guy. I take it.
Never played it.
Never played. No. You never played, I mean, it's definitely something you would actually enjoy, though, in my opinion. Because I still need.
The closest I come to that game is actually playing Super Smash Brothers, honestly.
Oh yeah, that's also true. I think a lot of people were introduced to Samus through Smash Brothers, but Metroid is where she originally came from. But so and Penguin, you were telling me that SNES Metroid was one of your favorite games of all time, though. If I'm not mistaken.
For the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Super Nintendo, it was my number one out of my top 5.
Yeah, so, I mean, we have different number ones, though, which is, I'll go a little off topic here for a little bit, but, A Link to the Past is number one, for me, at least, and, like I said, when I played Link to the Past, it was just, I'm a huge Zelda guy. Like I said, I play Zelda games. I know like I said, but Kyle, you haven't played Wind Waker, but that's another topic to talk about for another day. But, like I said, going back to Link to the Past, the music for it, and it, like I said, it was just absolutely beautiful. The music, even for an SNES game, it was just beautiful. The dungeons were challenging, and it was just, everybody was saying why they loved it on the SNES, it was such a great Zelda game, and I found out why personally. But yeah, like I said, back to Metroid. I really hope this does happen, and if it does, sales are going to go through the roof, through the pre-orders once it gets announced, for pre-order on the Switch. So that's what I'm possibly thinking. But I don't know about you guys. I know Matt doesn't play it, but Penguin, would you buy it if it happened?
Does the bear shit in the woods?
Well, there you go. He had to go that route. He just had to go that route.
There's a bear nips shit in the woods.
Well, there you go. That's the answer to that question.
If you got diarrhea, yeah.
Apparently so.
He but kiss his dad's on the lips with the tongue.
Okay, stop.
You what?
Okay. Yeah, now you're
too long.
now you're taking this way to the extreme. But speaking of sales, so I want to talk about some sales that were on the eShop right now for Nintendo Switch, because they did some spring break deals that are going around right now. And the big one is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle went from $59.99 to just $15 on the Switch. So if you guys want to buy that, yeah, the that's basically what that is. Yeah, Mario plus, and I know somebody that does play that really enjoys it. So if you guys are into that, $15, go buy it. And Just Dance 2020 went from $40 to $20, so that's 50% off, so you want to go buy that also. Assassin's Creed The Rebel Collection, that is $24 in the eShop if you want to go buy that also. And South Park The Stick of Truth is $11.99, so anybody likes South Park games, definitely go check that out. I played Stick of Truth before on my PS3, really funny game. Yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Then the Fractured Butthole, that's actually the name of the game. I'm not kidding. No, I'm not kidding. That's the sequel. Instead of the 2 T's, it has 1 T on it. So that's $15 if you want to go with that. But Matt's favorite game, Uno, is $5 on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
if you
Friday the 13th is that much on another game too.
Yeah, isn't Friday the 13th, doesn't that have a discount also on the Nintendo Switch?
75% off, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm
Nobody's buying our
thinking.
game. What do we do? Discount.
Yeah, just do a
Too many
discount on
glitches.
there.
What do we do? Discount the game. Okay.
All right, so Starlink Battle for Atlas with Star Fox. That's also $15. If, like I said, if you're, I'm huge into Star Fox, but I don't know. I've kind of debated on trying to get this game or not, but just to have Star Fox in there. Like I said, love Star Fox games. Played them not religiously, but they're super fun though. But $15, and the deluxe edition's $24 if you guys want to get that also. And Dan's favorite game, Monopoly, is on the Switch for $10, and they had the little discount there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So Monopoly is on the Nintendo Switch for $10. So, and then Dan's like, "Oh, Kyle, get the game," but then I'm just gonna ignore him for a while. But Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, which another game I played on the PS3, also another masterpiece in the Assassin's Creed franchise. That is $16 on the Switch. So if you are into that, another third-party game, I would definitely recommend. Ubisoft did an amazing job with it. Definitely go buy that. I would definitely get it for sure if I never owned it for PS3. Trivial Pursuit Live, that's $10. Jeopardy is $8. Instead of $19.99, it's $8 on the Switch. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. I'm dead serious. That's also $8. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. That's $10 on the Switch also. And that's pretty much it as of right now.
How long is the sale lasting? Do you know?
I think it lasts up to April 27th. So at midnight.
I like playing that game.
Yeah. So if you want to go take these deals at the advantage right now, I'll link it in the description of this video if you guys are watching it on demand, so I can provide you the link if you guys are interested in anything out of the list that you guys want to play. So personally, like I said, I would definitely, if I had the cash right now, which obviously I don't, which I know we're kind of in tough times right now, but if I did though, I would try to go for basically Starlink, Mario plus Rabbids. And I would probably buy Wheel of Fortune or probably Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered just because. I don't know. That'd be just me. But I know Matt would try to get Uno again. That would be his number one thing to buy. Just have Uno on the PS4. Uno on the PS4 and the Switch. So he'll be double stacked.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, you can actually probably put that on there too.
Yeah, probably. 2 for 1. Get the Rabbids and the game.
Alex has said 2 for 1. There you go. But that's enough Nintendo news for right now. So nothing really going on with PlayStation, nothing with PC or Xbox or anything like that. But I want to switch gears really quick. All right, Penguin. So yeah, this is going to be the Me and Matt show for the rest of the show, because like I said, I know Penguin's got to get off, so I'll talk to you later, man. Thank you for joining us for the first 30 minutes of the show.
Good morning, Penguin.
Oh my god. And we're going to be talking about some WWE stuff that's been going around. I want to get to some serious news that happened here earlier on this week. Well, not earlier on this week, but just happened sometime this week. So WWF ring announcer Howard Finkel passed away at the age of 69, which Howard Finkel was an icon as a ring announcer to a lot of WWF, whatever you want to call it now. It's WWE now, so I don't know why it said that, but he was a legend. He was a legend to everybody that watched wrestling, whatever they want to watch, a pay-per-view, Raw or SmackDown, even back, the mid, even since early 90s going all the way to the mid 2000s, he was the one that everybody wanted to listen to. Have the ring announcer set up. So this is a very sad, I don't know, I still don't know how he passed away. Matt, do you know how? Have you had any updates on that, or?
I didn't really get a chance to read into the reason for the death. I've been pretty distracted, but I think he might have had cancer or something, because they're saying that a lot of wrestlers were saying, oh, it's such a tough time seeing a good announcer like Howard wither away like he did, and it's so it must have been some kind of a terminal cancer or something like that.
Yeah, but I don't think it had anything to do with the coronavirus. I know I've seen pictures of him, like a while back. He actually did kind of like look like, I'm not gonna say it, but you know where I'm going with that. But he was recognized with his signature call, and new world champion, which he would have the he would hold the voice for like a couple of seconds and then do the world champion part, and it's just a lot of. This has been a really rough year, even in sports. First you had Kobe Bryant, obviously, at the first of the month, and then you had obviously Howard Finkel, which is another Hall of Famer, a legend, an icon, and this is just really devastating. This hurt a lot of the wrestling community, like really bad, to the core. And I want to ask you this though: what were your favorite Howard Finkel moments, if you don't mind me asking?
I love hearing him call when the Royal Rumble happens, like his very last. I can't remember what the Rumble was, but it was good. It was like a good surprise when the Royal Rumble was about to start, the match itself, and then Howard Finkel comes out of nowhere, and it's like this way he says it. It just sounds it's more exciting. You're more hyped up for it. But, I like that one more so. That was one that stood out the most, just to see that he hadn't been around for a while, and then they saved him for like all the big time events like at WrestleMania, and then Royal Rumble. I think his last appearance was WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, didn't he do a thing for what year was that? I don't really remember what year that was. Because I was trying to remember which WrestleMania it was, and I couldn't remember to save my life, or for the life of me. So, you remember by any chance? I know he did something for AJ Styles, but or was it somebody else?
You know about as in like announcing or at TNA or something like that, or what do you mean?
Oh, wait a minute. I think it might have been Mean Gene that did for AJ Styles. I was thinking of something else though, but I have to look this up. I know I gotta look this up. Like the last WrestleMania Howard Finkel was in. Yeah, this is legit going to kill me though. So, bear with me. Hang on.
Uh-oh. We better look it up. Andrew, don't scream, okay?
Yeah, so, alright, so if I look at it correctly, so I'm gonna look at the Wikipedia and his, TV appearances. And...
It might actually
he was
explain, yeah?
Okay, so actually, let me get to his, so he had a stroke. So since he had a stroke in February 2019, so that actually kind of makes sense. So how he's been been going through that, so that actually makes sense. So I'm trying to see which was his last wrestle. Oh, okay, so January 22nd, 2018, of the 25th anniversary of Monday Night Raw, Finkel was the announcer to introduce The Undertaker, even though it was a recording, due to him being able to attend to the event. And then during the final years of his life, Finkel worked in a backstage role for basically WWE. So, let me see, last WrestleMania. I don't know if they had anything for the last WrestleMania, but I do know that he was a special ring announcer for 2012 on the 1000th episode of Raw, and he's been like on a bunch of other stuff too. So he kind of worked his way from the Heat ring announcer to the Raw ring, SmackDown, Madison Square Garden ring announcer. I mean, he did it all. WWE Hall of Fame announcer for WrestleMania, Florida Championship Wrestling. He did everything. Like, he legit was the guy. Like, he was like the first employee that I read that he was actually, the first guy to be employed at WWE. He's had that great history. And it was nuts. It was insane.
Yeah, I really the best thing was his calling card. I know they say new champion, but the way he said it was pretty iconic.
Oh
he
yeah.
Didn't say new
No
world champion. He's like new world champion.
Yeah,
he's really pumped up. Like he announced his first match back in '97, I think, at the Garden. When they were called the WWF. Oh, Alex, please get the cone back. Dodger, come. My mom's dog took his cone off somehow.
Oh, there
He's not
goes
supposed to.
there goes the animals. But here's another interesting fact. Like, I actually do remember a little bit. I'm actually kind of reading this now that I remember it. But in 2002, on an episode of Raw, Finkel turned heel and had a brief feud with, Raw ring announcer at the time, Lillian Garcia, which I don't know if you remember that, but that was like long time ago that happened.
That was awful.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt bad. Like, they could have taken, like, he could have done, like, a way better storyline, but, it happens. But, so I think my favorite moment out of this, entire thing, excuse me, which is, obviously, like you said, the Royal Rumble, in which I do agree, which was probably one of my favorite moments. Like, every single Royal Rumble he did, like, had like a certain impact, had like a vibe where you wanted to get excited for, what was about to happen next, even for the main events too.
Yeah.
Which was obviously, like, he was one of a kind. Nobody's ever going to replace him.
Yeah, that storyline with Lillian Garcia was pretty funny. Just seeing this old man go on ahead with him, and he actually was involved in a feud with X-Pac and Jeff Jarrett. I remember where Jarrett shaved, I think, nearly bald. It's one of those weird freaking scenarios, but...
Oh, it's like the head shaving. If the loser loses, he's got to get his head shaved.
Yeah.
Oh, there's been some iconic ones there, but that's a topic to talk about for another day.
Yeah.
But, so... Basically, he was rarely heard from even at pay-per-view wrestling events, like in 2006. Like, he got replaced, obviously. So he announced at house shows and introduced the WWE Hall of Fame inductees at WrestleMania, as I mentioned. And Finkel himself was inducted on April 4, 2009. So it was 11 years before he passed away, by Mean Gene Okerlund, who also passed away. God bless his soul. And because Finkel was one of those year's inductees, and that's... Mean Gene and Howard Finkel both had a great connection together, and like I said, God bless both of their souls now. And you just can't replace them, that's hard shoes to fill.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult because back in early 2018, on the 25th anniversary show, Fink was supposed to announce the Undertaker, but when he came to Raw, but it had to be in a recording because he was unable to attend because of his health.
Yeah, because he was suffering through a stroke, though. Well, not through a stroke. Well, the stroke happened in 2019, but he was going through health problems before then.
Yeah.
But, that's...
He was unwell. I mean, honestly, since that stroke. He had been really unwell. Mm-hmm. He had that stroke back in, 2019 of February, so... I mean, it wasn't surprising that... It's sad, but what, Alex? Why are you getting He's doing the lower lip like he's sad. Are you sad because the Fink passed away?
But yeah,
he's like, no.
He's like, that kid needs to learn to have some manners, man. But anyway, yeah, like I said, he was one of a kind, and there was nobody like him. That's just all there is to it, though. But anyways, going to get to some more WWE news. This was kind of a big one, too, that they kind of dropped a bit of a bombshell. WWE cut a lot of people because of the, the health reasons and the coronavirus. And I have a list right here of people who got cut from WWE. And this is actually, this may not sound like a big deal, but it is a big deal, which... like I said, they could go either to a different company, they could go to AEW, they could do anything of that nature, which would be like kind of a I don't know why my thing just like popped up, but I don't know why my notification says I'm finally, I don't know, my Discord's being weird, but anyways, but yeah, WWE released a lot of people, and I have a list here I'm going to name down. So obviously the big, well, not the big one, but Kurt Angle, the Hall of Famer, he got released. So it goes him, Rusev, Drake Maverick, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Heath Slater, Eric Young, Eric Rowan, Sarah Logan, No Way Jose. Mike Chioda got released. That's another big one, too, because he was a referee for them for a long time. Mike Kanellis, Maria Kanellis, EC3, Aiden English, Leo Rush, Primo, and Epico. Those were the names of the people that got released from WWE. Pretty insane list and pretty insane number of people, don't you think so?
Yeah. I mean, especially considering that Florida deemed them an essential business. Meaning they can continue their broadcast live from the facility where they've been filming it at. So that's, I mean, it's pretty concerning when even a billion-dollar company like the WWE has to cut talent. I mean, I know that some of them are enhancement talent, but I mean, Zack Ryder is a big name because he actually was. You okay there? Am I not joking? Okay, thank you. Just kidding. Zack Ryder was a big one just because of the fact that he got a push to become the Intercontinental Champion a few years ago, and he's been kind of enhancement talent since. A lot of it. Rusev, poor guy.
Yeah, I felt really bad for a lot of those people. I mean, they have all the talent in the world, but just WWE's just not using them. All they're doing is just giving other people the golden treatment, and Roman Reigns, obviously, he had to step down for a little bit due to his health concerns with the coronavirus, but yeah, like I said, Becky Lynch and somebody not named Charlotte Flair, bam, there you go. We're gonna give them the push, and then have everybody else just the term I'm looking for is basically get them over. That's what we're gonna try to do. Unless your name's Charlotte Flair. He had a lot of good moments, though, on Impact, from what I've seen. He had a lot of his moments on Impact Wrestling, and his mic skills are really good. It's just, I feel like they're, WWE didn't really use him, enough. You know what I mean? There's a lot of these people, didn't really get used enough,
Drake Maverick, really, also known as James Curtin. His video he put out there was really emotional video about he couldn't believe he was cut. He did the smart thing. He actually played it smart. He says, "I'm going to wrestle my butt off for the last." He's in the cruiserweight tournament for the interim cruiserweight champion. He said he's going to wrestle his heart out for his last remaining matches. And, but my big point is his tweet that he put out there. It could have been really hate filled. It got about 2 million views on it. So he's really he's putting himself over. Where if AEW picks him up, he's already a household name. Whereas with WWE, not so much. He was more like a enhancement talent / comedy hour with his whole 24/7 championship rivalry with R-Truth.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to be remembered for that, though.
No, he set himself up really good for his future, whether he goes to AEW or wherever he goes.
Yeah, I would say he would probably I want to have a list of things, so see where they're gonna go though. But I feel Rusev especially. I feel like he's gonna be a guy that goes to AEW for sure. And then it kind of concerns me is the roster spot with AEW. What would happen in a sense if the roster gets full for AEW? Where's everybody gonna go though?
Yeah.
Which like I said, there's a lot of people I think that's AEW bound. I was saying Rusev, for example, Drake Maverick, like you mentioned. Sarah Logan's another one too. Everybody's getting behind to have her go to AEW. She's like a Viking though, honestly. The way she's kind of built for I know she's not the biggest person, but I've seen the way she actually does ritual pre-game rituals or whatever. She eats like a Viking, and it's insane. But she does have the build though to have the talent to go to AEW, and I think her only good decent storyline with WWE was when they had that Riot Squad and all that trio, the little faction that they had, and then since then it was just we're just gonna put her down, job every single match, blah blah blah, because that's what WWE does every so often. But she has the talent, though. She honestly does. If she goes to AEW, she's gonna be, a popular household name over there, and that's saying something.
Eric Rowan too. Eric Rowan got cut as well. The man with the the toy tarantula in a cage. I mean,
I
that was just a
laughed when
horrible-
I laughed when I saw that too. That's just like,
yeah.
oh man,
Yeah.
that I saw that fake tarantula was so fake. Oh my god. I mean, I couldn't stop laughing when I saw that, but imagine him and, obviously Luke Harper, aka Brody Lee, together.
Hey man, I have
in
an
AEW.
emergency. I have an emergency. I have to get going.
All right. Well, like I said,
All right. Thanks.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, bye.
All right, man. But I just feel honestly that they're gonna figure something out and what they're gonna do with them and all that. But as Matt goes off, so be sure to follow Penguinator and Mattman both for the podcast on Twitter. Like I said, at Mattman98, at Penguinator _01. And I feel like a lot of these people do have the talent and the place just to make it in, AEW, for that matter. And either that, New Japan, all that other stuff. Maybe, Mike Chioda, even the referee, could go to, AEW. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, in a sense, though, I mean, they're going to make it big. All these people are going to make it big, one way or another. But it's just who knows where they're going to go at this point. But, anyway, so, how long have we been recording here? So, we've been recording for, okay, so, right around, 43 minutes or so. So, we're going to try to, I know there's a couple, Matt and Penguin already left here, so we're going to try to, see if we can try to do this by ourselves here. Sorry about that. I was having a steak in my mouth. I don't know why I was, doing that. But anyways, so we're gonna get to some questions here. Some people ask questions on here, so I want to get to these questions right now. So, and you can always also ask questions here in the chat. So if you guys want to ask me something, DM me something on Twitter, do it in the comments below. On YouTube, you can definitely do. Excuse me, you can definitely do that. So, like I said, more than welcome to do that. So, so we got our first question here from the Black Fort, and he asks, "What's a Switch game that you love hasn't got the attention it deserves?" Excuse me for that, but there was a game that I did play recently, which I actually fell in love with. Somebody recommended me the game. It's called Golf Story, and I don't know if a lot of people are not really into golf games of that nature, but Golf Story is it's an underrated gem for me. I don't know what it is with that game. It's like an RPG game with golf, and I'm not really too huge with RPG games, but I do love golf games in general. Leap behind it. It's so funny. You could actually actually hit people with a golf ball for comic relief if you wanted to mess around. And there's some mechanics in there that just don't even make any sense, but I love it though. It's just, honestly, I absolutely adore that factor. Where if it has an RPG game that has some comedy in it, which it's pretty cool. It would be definitely cool and up there for sure. But like I said, I don't know, I wouldn't call it, game of the year, obviously. It's an indie game. It's I think it's $9 right now. I know I was talking about it on the eShop for the Nintendo Switch, but I don't remember what it was exactly. I think when I got it was $16, $17, somewhere around there. It was somewhere around there, but either so, even with the price dropping a little bit or at full price, I would definitely recommend getting it. That'd be a game that to me hasn't really gotten the attention, but there's a lot of people in the indie market that do like it a lot. But Golf Story would be my number one pick for sure. I don't know if I really have a second or third pick, but I haven't really done enough Switch games to figure out that question though. But Blackford, if you're listening, man, thank you so much for the question. And like I said, I haven't really done much, but my number one question, or not my number one question, my number one game for that matter is definitely Golf Story for sure. So if you guys haven't played Golf Story, definitely go play it. So, Mountain Guy 3535 has an NFL question, and he asks, what are my draft expectations this year for the NFL draft? Well, I can't really answer that question, but if I could give like an estimate for it, I don't really have any, which I know the NFL draft is going to be different. It's going to have like a different sort of vibe because of the coronavirus and, like I said, COVID-19 and everybody trying to stay away, social distancing and all that. I really feel like, and I could be wrong on this, I feel like this draft is going to be probably like the lowest rated, draft out there. I know there's a lot of up and coming talent on there. I just can't really see myself, liking or not liking the draft. I mean, I probably would like it if I watched it, but it's sad to say I can't really see myself, with seeing the ratings like go up for it. I don't know what it is. It's just I want to be proven wrong, like I said before, but it's just not the same this year. This year is very weird, and I feel like it just messed up everything entirely. But like I said, what more do you know? Like, right? Like I said. But anyways, not really much going on here, but I do want to say a couple of things real quickly, channel-wise, and then this is kind of a little bit off-topic here prior to the show. I kind of ran out some stuff to talk about here, because I know Matt said he had to leave due to an emergency, and I know Penguin said he got to go to bed, gets to wake up, at 4 in the morning. So, shout out to those guys. Thank you guys so much for, stopping by, as always, for the podcast, but, hopefully we can try to at least get something going. Like, hopefully we can try to everybody get stick around for the whole show, but like I said, it's fine. They got their emergencies, family first, I get that. But anyways, going back to a couple of YouTube updates I want to talk about here real quick. So I wanted to talk about that. I am going to be having a couple of videos I'm going to be working on tomorrow. I'm going to try to, obviously the podcast will be up on demand. And the second one, it'll probably be an Overwatch video. So it's a pretty funny Overwatch video. So I'm going to try to, get that going for you guys. And, have it uploaded by then. So I know, like I said, I haven't really uploaded since the 10K special I did. So if you guys haven't checked that out already, definitely go check that out, because there's a lot of good stuff that happened in that video. Very good, encouraging messages, positive vibes. There was just everything in that video. It was just very heartwarming, and I almost cried, and I actually had a couple of laughs at some of them, but like I said, I'm very touched. But anyways, guys, and I'm probably going to cut the show here very, very short. I know this was a short show. Matt had to leave, like I said, everything just, kind of fell into place. But like I say, it happens. It's real life. We got to just, get everything going. And like I said, for those who are watching this, I'm going to leave this note right here before we head out. I just want to say, just stay safe, love your family, love your friends, trust, whoever is next to you, do social distancing, and don't forget to, just wash your hands every 20 seconds, warm water, soap, hand sanitizer, whatever, shower every single day, all that good stuff, as, the late Cowboy Nick would say, God bless his soul, the good stuff, the good stuff, the good stuff, yeehaw. That's all I have to say about that. But like I said, just stay safe, guys. Just don't be stupid. Don't go out. Don't try to go to parties and all that. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. But yeah, like I said, it's just be safe out there. And love your family too. And take care of yourself. So, anyways, like I said, I know this was a short episode, but thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will be streaming, I would say, if you guys are watching this on the Twitch side, I will be streaming, obviously tomorrow. I don't know what we're playing yet, so I'll figure out what we're going to do with the game that we're going to play. And I hope you guys are doing well, seriously. For those who are watching, on demand, on the YouTube side, just hit the like button. I mean, you don't have to hit the like button, but it's there. The like button is there. I mean, if you want to dislike the video, dislike the video. You know, I don't care. I mean, it shows that I have room for improvement, you know? But anyways, that's going to do it for the show. We'll record episode number 6 next week. Same time, same place, same, usual time. And I'm Kyle the Pug. And as always, shout out to Mattman Penguin here for being on the show. Again, thank you guys. And that being said, I'm out of here. So, as always, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. #PugBark. Bye!